Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Ugh. Oh, you got 5 minutes? Oh, cool. Almost my birthday. Almost my birthday. Oh, God. All right. Happy birthday to me. Let's get a finer line here. Happy birthday to me. Thank you to all my friends who showed up. Cage movies, The Crown, the party. Oh, there's another one. Party hats. The carrot cake someone left for me at the door and just left it out in the dirt. Cage pillow, Cage, Travolta. You're all here. Thanks for showing up, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll talk about Bangkok Dangerous on my birthday. I'm going to wait on that one. I'm going to sober up a bit. I got coke all over my fucking leg. That's all over the place. I'm in a mess. Make a wish. Okay. Since there's no one really here, I can say it out loud. This one's got the label on it still. The wrapper. I don't want to take it off. It's hard. I want freedom. I want freedom for my birthday. Ow, coke everywhere. Ow. Please come true. Please give me freedom. Oh, I dropped a candle on the coke. Shit. Since there's only one candle, I guess it's my first birthday, so... I can't finish it. It's too thick. I'm too sad. Why am I sad? All my friends are here. Oh, 2 more minutes. All right. All right. Oh, that one's empty. I need to grab this one. Oh, shit. Oh, I got plenty of lube, though. Oh, yeah. Wow, it doesn't make the noise. The fucking thing sucks. Oh, man. Cage. Cage. Forgot the NyQuil. Okay, it's been almost a year since I watched these movies and passed the fuck out right before my birthday and fucking missed it somehow. But I'm contractually obligated to talk about Bangkok Dangerous 2000 versus 2008 or 1999, whatever you want to call the original. Point is, watched them both about a year ago. I'm still hungover from that. I'm drinking coffee nonstop for about a year to no avail, so I figured I'd just get this out of the way. So I watched the original, Bangkok Dangerous, and the remake, Bangkok Dangerous. Directed by Oxide and Danny Pang. And I did make fun of those guys before when I did my review for that girl from Twilight. She's in another horror movie. And so that's my only relationship with these directors was I went to a screening of that movie when I was living down in Mississippi, and the movie was so bad and stupid that when it ended, I was with a group of about 8 people. All of us were laughing. The entire theater was laughing. And we're just like, what the fuck was that? It was so stupid. To the point where non-movie folk were still angry. That's how bad it was. So I made a thing of like never watch a movie directed by someone named I already forgot. Oxide. I almost said Oxford. That's way too fancy for this guy. Because this original has a lot of rape and murder. That's why I say fancy. Oxford's a bit too fancy for a guy that does that sort of stuff in a movie. Anyway, so this is going to be kind of a quick versus episode. I'm too hungover to really go into detail about the movies, so let's just kind of do a brief overlay of the movies. They both star a hitman who's in Bangkok, and he has to kill 4 targets. I believe they're both 4. I haven't seen these in a while. I skimmed through them. I just had to rewatch this one, but I was kind of checked out. I don't really like this movie that much. His hair is a big part of that, but also just the movie itself. In this one, our main character, Joe, is deaf and mute. So he can't speak or hear, and he's an assassin. And that seems like a bad idea. And in this one, they were like, that was a bad idea. Let's go ahead and change that so that Joe is fine. But the woman from the pharmacist he meets in both movies, she's fine in this one. She's the deaf mute one in this one. I'm gonna do this the whole time, so just so you know. Probably should have taken the discs out so they don't in front of the mic, but whatever. I also don't feel like putting on the usual mic I have. I'm in my podcast setup, so fuck it. All right, moving on. So she's deaf mute in this one. It creates an interesting scene where they get attacked, and Nic Cage has to kill a couple guys, and it's really artistic the way they did it. And she doesn't hear it; she just feels the blood splatter on her, and she's like, ah. But in this one, they just get grabbed from behind, and then he has to kill him, and she runs away. And it's way more basic. But I feel like for this one, they're like, all right, we can't have him be deaf and mute, because that doesn't make any sense, because he wouldn't survive that long. So they fix that. But this does answer the age-old question. Does every movie get better if you put Nic Cage in it? It does not. I give this one a 4 out of 10. I give this one a 6 out of 10. Good, not great, especially for it's their first movie. It's really low budget. It reminds me, it says right on the thing, equal parts John Woo and Quentin Tarantino. That's not incorrect. They're clearly inspired by those two guys. But there's a lot of like 90s violence in it, and it just feels so out of place in some parts. Like there's a rape in here. There's no rape in this. But most of the time, the movies kind of go side by side. The exceptions are, this one has like narration by him, and he's just a really stoic character who doesn't say a lot. He's a real asshole to Kong. Kong is in both movies. Kong's a lot cooler in this, but Kong's a lot better actor in this. Like this guy that plays Kong in this movie, and the Nic Cage one, is fucking awesome. I don't know his name. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. But that guy is awesome. Why is he not in a lot more stuff? He's a good looking dude, and he can really act. And they kill Kong in this. Kong and the stripper, right? The dancer. And then, but this, I don't remember what happens as a stripper dancer, but Kong lives, and they have the exact same ending. Our hero puts the gun to his head and shoots himself through his 4th target and kills them both. And then this one, Kong is kind of standing there by the water, just like, yeah, that was crazy, but I survived. This one's Kong fucking dead. Kong's fucking dead. So, a lot of differences. There's a cool opening tracking shot of blood going down tile. and it kind of tied in later. That's one of the 4 targets he has. There's a lot of cool stuff like that in here. This one is an action movie. They got Nic Cage and they said, let's make an action movie. And it's just like explosions. They blow up Cage's house that he's renting. They blow up everything. There's a big boat chase sequence where they're shooting in public, and you can tell the budget is just crazy higher than this. And it kind of works to the movie's detriment because it's just an ordinary run-of-the-mill action movie compared to this, which is action. I almost prefer that they have no budget because the action is they do it correctly. They do it when they need to, when they can afford it, to highlight the movie, to give it those peaks. And in here, it's just like peak, 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 peak. And you're like, I don't give a shit. It's not special anymore. So I kind of like how minimalistic this one is. I'm not a guy that usually goes, the remakes are always shitty. But in this particular example, I agree with that. Insomnia is a original foreign movie that got remade here with Christopher Nolan. But I like the Nolan one more. I also really enjoyed the first one, the original one. But the remake is just undoubtedly better. It's got a lot more going on in it. Not so much in this case. I like the characters a lot more in this, with the exception of Kong. Kong is awesome in this. Other than that, I don't give a shit about any of these people. When he meets the pharmacist and she's deaf and mute, and he's just like trying to talk to her, but he doesn't know her language. He doesn't know what she's saying. He has to have the mom translate. It's awkward, and it makes you feel like, what is he getting out of this other than she's not running away, creeped out by you? That's all I'm getting. This hair should scare you away. It is disturbing hair. It's like this weird, slick back, pitch black mullet type thing. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I own this on Blu-ray, so I get to watch it in glorious Blu-ray. And it's got a digital copy as well, which I'm going to enjoy from time to time. This one just has a DVD. I can't find this on Blu-ray. But overall, I guess I just want to say, no, just no. Movies do not get better if you just add Nic Cage in it. Because if this movie had Nic Cage in it, it would not have been better. Because it's this. Even if they didn't change anything from this and just made this with Nic Cage, it still wouldn't be better. Feels forced. All his narration describing how he works and working with Kong and you don't get paid. That stuff is kind of interesting, but I've seen it 1,000 times. I don't need to see it again.
You come alone where you don't get paid. If I call and you don't answer, you don't get paid. If I tell you to be somewhere and you are a minute late, you don't get paid.
You don't get paid for today.
Why not?
Ran from the police.
If you ask me one more question...
And I won't get paid. I know that.
It's not terrible. It's not unwatchable. It's just not my kind of movie. This is more my kind of movie. I don't know what else to say. There's really nothing else going on in this movie. There's a cool water... Like, they have a bunch of water bottles in the back of a warehouse, and they're shooting between them. That's kind of cool, I guess, if you're into that. And then the ending is kind of cool. In this one, they're just sitting on the ground with the cops pointing their guns at him, and he shoots the bullet through them. In this one, they're in the back of a car, and he does it, and the car just backs up and hits something. But after that, I don't really have anything else to say about this. I put this review up for so long because I was like, fuck these movies. I'm hungover. I don't want to do this. Oh, man. Get some more coffee because I don't know what else to say. As far as ratings go, with the Nic Cage versus the Nic Cage movie, because there's two different ones. Nic Cage is kind of boring in this. He's kind of subdued. He's I don't want to say quiet, but he's stoic. He's stoic Cage. I forget my categories now because it's been so long since I've done this show that quiet Cage, I guess. Quiet Cage. Yeah. He doesn't scream. He doesn't freak out. He doesn't lose his shit. He's just action man in an action movie. And that's all he is. He's kind of boring to watch. He shouldn't be in this movie. He doesn't need to be here. Why is he here? I don't know. This must have been during the whole I need my money back sort of thing with the taxes and all that. I don't know. I could see why he would do it because he gets to go to Bangkok, shoot a movie. Cool, great, fun. But why did they choose Nic Cage to be in this movie is beyond me. And then not utilize the Nic Cage in the movie. That's the biggest crime here. But the original is the one you want to watch. It's kind of hard to find. I had to buy the DVD on Amazon. It's definitely better. I appreciate it more. There's a really brutal scene where this kid, I thought it was the backstory on how he lost his hearing. There's a bunch of kids are throwing rocks at him and hits him in the back of the head. And he's like, the kid's holding his head like this, and they're chasing him like, yeah, we did it. We fucked him up. I was like, oh, that's how he lost his hearing. And then today, I started like skimming through it, just like, I have to talk about it. So I started skimming through it, and I'm like, wait. And I watched that scene, and I'm like, he's mute too. No, that has nothing to do with his actual problems. Because he wasn't 5, lost his hearing by a rock, and then forgot how to speak as well. Because he just can't speak at all. So that was just the way I saw it the first time, not realizing that didn't make any sense. That's on me. Shame on me. Anyway, I don't know if my ratings are still on the screen. I don't know. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm a little out of practice. But I just don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit about these movies. The next movie I am doing, though, is Between Worlds, which was also shot about 6 to 8 months ago. So I had to do this one first before I could start editing all that shit. So we're going to start doing that. And these will eventually be like every third week. It's live on YouTube, youtube.com/LoiteringInWonderland. They did move me to a new studio kind of after I passed out and woke up the next day or 2 days later, whatever it was. They just took me in the night, and now here I am. I think all the episodes are going to be shot here from now on. I don't know. I hope they plan on keeping me here for a little bit because I'm sick of moving around. They keep the stuff they use to make me pass out. I think it's the date rape stuff. I don't know anything about the date rape stuff, but it feels like someone date raped me when they took me and kidnapped me and moved me over to the other house. I can see out the window this time, though. That's kind of nice. I can see a brick wall. It's just a flat brick wall. That's all I can see, and it's not very fun to look at. But it's something. I can look out the windows now, and it's not a tiny little fenced-in yard that they kept me in last time with the electric shocking fence and the barbed wire and the attack dogs that were all around. But anyway, this is much nicer, so I appreciate this. So thanks, guys. Thanks, whoever has me kidnapped. I'm starting to really suspect I know who it was that kidnapped me. Anyway, I was contractually obligated to talk about Bangkok Dangerous, unfortunately, so I did it. I fulfilled my contract. Let's be done now. Don't watch this one. Watch this one. Don't watch this one. Watch this one instead. Because everything you're going to get out of this, you're going to get out of this and more. This has a lot of stuff this doesn't that is nice to watch and fun to watch and artistic. The Cage remake just felt like they're trying to be too artistic, and some of it works, some of it doesn't. The scene where she's he's shooting the guys behind her and she gets a blood splash on her, kind of artistic, kind of cool. I've seen it before, but not in this context exactly. I'm gonna get out of here. So here's my ratings again, or for the first time, depending on how I do this. And there you go. There's my Cage in the movie, and then the movie. There's two different things. One is how good Cage was. One is how good the movie is. I haven't done this in a very long time. I'm very out of practice, but I'm getting back to it. So here I am. Here I am, world. Here I am, Cage. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm PhoenixWest. So long, citizen. So long, Cage. Do you like my episode 2 of Nic Cage Cast cosplay that I'm wearing right now? Thought I'd go old school with this. I haven't worn this shirt in a long time because I'm too fat for it now. But stop feeding me so much pizza, guys. Stop it. Bye, citizens. Bye, Cage.